Hello everyone, welcome to my first tutorial on this channel. Um, this tutorial will be on how to do the basics of MLO creations. And by basics I mean get it in game, however not placing any props nor doors. That will be in another video hopefully. Just before we start, make sure you have Blender version 5.1.2 downloaded, CodeWalker version 48, and Solums version 2.8.3, which is the ones I will be using in this video. Once you have that downloaded, go ahead into your um, folder and just create a map, like a folder where you can put everything. This is usually how I make my folders to keep it organized. So I have all my Blender saves, my exports from Blender, which I want to export into the game. Then I have the stream, which is basically where the game takes it from. I will have all the textures, and inside of textures, I have the high textures as well. And then I will have all the XML files, which is like all the exported files from CodeWalker, which we are about to go through. Amazing. Once you have that, go ahead, boot up CodeWalker, and let's get started. So we want to find a location, of course. For this video, I have chosen this building right here. So what we want to start by doing is clicking these arrows up here. This will get out our tools and stuff like this. Go ahead and also click the keybind T because then we get these tools up here. We want to select the select button and the move button. Amazing. Now we can start by selecting what we want to export. So we want the decals, which should be the first right here. Head into selection and take decals here. Now we head into tools up here and then RPF Explorer right here, and then we can post it in. We want to take the raw file, so export an XML right here into our XML folder, which we made before. After exporting the XML, we want then to open the file, click these small arrows, and export all the materials as well into our texture folder. As you see here, some files have it, some others don't, but this one have a high file. So I want to open this one as well and export these into my high map right here. Now we can move the details away to get the building itself. It can be a bit hard to get, don't want that, but I think we have it here. Yes, we do. We take this name again, same procedure as before, paste it in. So you see all of these is like the cloth. We don't really need them, so we just take this one, which is the map. We can open it to double check. It is. So we export the XML again, XML file. We open it and we export the materials as well. Same procedure as before. This one also have a high map, so we are also going to export these into the high folder we have made. Amazing. While still having this one selected, we then want to go ahead and take the Y map, this long name. So just copy that, put it in here as well, and export this into the XML file which we made before. Now we would like to be able to go into the building later, so we are going to export the collisions as well. We head into collisions, click any poly, and then take this name right here and post it here as well. Have a space there. You see there are three in here we can select. MA is like the road. We don't really want to change that because that can mess up some things. Then we have the two others, the high map and the normal one, which we want to export both of them. So we are exporting both of them at the same time into our XML folder. Amazing. Now we are almost done. I closed it by accident. We would also like to take our occlusions. So in here, occlusions, I'll just open it up again. take this poly file as well. Occlusions make it so like when you're in the inside, you cannot hear the outside. So take this one and just go ahead and export that as well. Okay, post it in, and let's export this. Oh, I did not get it right here. Export this in here and export it. Once you've exported both the map, the collision, and the occlusion, as well as the YMap, now we can close down the code walker for now. And we can open up Blender. In Blender, I have a bit of options for how I've set mine up. So I've made a scene collection where I click this small button right here to like organize it a bit better. So I have my import files, which is where I'm gonna import everything. So I'm gonna import all my material now by holding down V in the scene. Import rage assets. I will just locate it. And now we want to export all of them but the strm. So all of them, but not this one. And import. Once everything is imported, now we want to locate all the textures because you see this is like a purple color. We don't want that. So go again, hold down V, and find missing textures and locate them in your texture folder right here. This doesn't matter what just came up, just don't mind it. Now we have everything like here. Now we want to import the strm file, the last one we did not import previously. So is this one, import, but now you see everything disappeared. That is actually what we want. So I'll just go ahead and remove the str file again because we don't need this. And then I will open up, this is the map. I will open up the model, and on my notepad, which I have, numpad, sorry, the numpad I have, I will click delete because then I will be transported over here. This is the location of the map. And you see all of this blue and red colors. We don't really want this because it's a lot of clutter. So just go ahead and tidy it up a bit. So I will just tidy it up by putting it into my collision and occlusion folder and hide it for now. The dirts and decals we don't really want for now either, so we can just go ahead and shift click this one to hide it. Now we only have the building, which is exactly what we want. Next part is we of course need to cut out all the doors and windows which we want to be able to see through later. So go ahead, head into edit mode either by clicking up here or by clicking tab. There's a small function where if you click L, it takes the whole option. So just go ahead, do that for all the things right here. Here. And you see this as well, we don't really want this, so we can also just delete this for now. Once you have deleted both the doors and windows, now we want to make the first plane. We do this by going inside. I like to take the bottom here, if there is one. While still in global mode, I click E to extrude and then get it upwards. It doesn't matter how high, just a little. While I have this one selected, I will click Y to separate it from the mesh. Then I click Alt and J to triangle it to quartz. This will make it so we are going to make a custom face transform orientation, my bad. In here we want the top one to be 90. We want the second one to be 90 as well. Then we want to compare UVs, seam, sharp, and materials. Once we have done all of that, we can click up here on global and just click the small plus button. Just go ahead and remove all my other ones, which are presets from previous projects. So right here, this one we can call custom. Because now you see, when you move it around, it actually fits the plane perfectly. For now, we will let this one be. So I'll just hide it for now by clicking H. So we want to tidy up the interior a little bit. We will do that by go ahead around, select all the vertices while in X-ray mode. So I'll just do this. And a funny thing, like if not a funny, but if you click C, then you get like this small circle, and then you can just click. So I'll just do that on all the places, right here, and oh, right here, as well as on the door. So this, and this, and this. Now we want to click S to scale. We want to put it to the axis which points inwards, and we want to click 0. As you can see, all of them like became straight to the face orientation we just made. So this is exactly what we want. Now we can click unhide by Alt H. We have the plane we made before. Go ahead and just delete this, actually. Delete, because we want to make a custom plane. So click Shift A, import a mesh plane here. What I like to do is remove 3 of the 4 vertices. I'll do that here. I have the last one, as you can see right here. Then I will make this one up to the line. So you see where it like collides. I will extrude it all the way over to the other side. Make sure it's perfect. And now I can start extruding into the building, basically making our floor. So the floor we can make like this. I do this by clicking E and then selecting the axis with X, Y, and Z here. And we want it to go like follow the frame. So this is actually the inner frame right here. So here, E, this one, this one, and to this one, here, 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 and here, and then just a little bit more. There you go. Now we basically have the floor. We can just make it a bit bigger for the sake of this. Now we want to make everything upwards. So I will just go ahead and while clicking Alt, double clicking, click the door off right there. Then I extrude it upwards to make the walls. I will extrude it upwards again to the top, and then I will extrude it a little bit more. Then I'm gonna go ahead and remove the extra parts. So that's gonna be this. Click the bottom, F, top and top. Then this is not quite there, so this one we will actually just move down by clicking G to move, and then the axis again to get it to the line. Then we remove the windows. Here. Actually, we can just take it and extrude it outwards. There you go. Side. Extrude this. Delete it, my bad. And now we'll just make sure that all of them are fitting. So just go around and make sure that they are fitting the frame. Do that by taking the inner one so the outer part doesn't get too destroyed. It's actually down here, there, here. So again, it's down here. There. For the sake of this video, it doesn't really have to be totally perfect, just as close as you want it, so you don't have like some spots where light shines through. We don't want that. Go ahead and do that with all of them. Basically, again, just making sure we don't have all of this light. Do here, here, here. And then we do it up here. This one is also too high. Here. Oh. If you at any point have any issues or questions in general, I will be putting my Discord in the bottom. I have created a new Discord to help you guys if you have any questions. Amazing. Now we have this. All of the frames match perfectly, so now we want to put a roof on this. The nice things we can actually see it is to, on your numpad, click slash button here. So you have like get this point right here. Then I just take this point and I click F to make it go to the next point, next point, next point, next point, next point, next point, next point. Amazing. Now I just want to make sure that we can see everything. So up here, inside the face orientation tab, click this. We want everything to be blue, as blue means we can see it in game. So everything is blue. It is amazing. So now you see we have like this point out here. We don't really want that. So we right click, set origin to geometry. Yeah. And we can take this face orientation off again. Now we've actually come to the spot where we have to put some textures on this. For the video's sake, I have already chosen some textures that I will also be linking in the description, where you can download the folder and just follow along with the files I am using. So I will take these. Amazing. Now, in edit mode, if we go from below to start, then we can select every single pane. Again, click C. Makes it a bit easier and faster actually. We also want the door. There. We go into materials and just click new one time and then plus there and new. Click assign to the second one and search. Click the small arrow right here. Search normal spec here and convert. And then we want to give this some textures. So I will be using, just find it. For the floor, I will be using this one. Here, the bump map will be this purple thing, and the spec is this one. Here. Once we have all of them on, we want to make sure they are embedded, so we don't have to make a texture dictionary to it. After selecting, still having everything on, go ahead, click U, Smart UV Project, or Cube Project, all depending on what fits your build the best. What you want then is you want to UV scale it so it's not so zoomed in. So what I have just down here, it is the same as up here and then UV editor, but I have it down here. In the field, I want to click A, select it all, S to scale, and just get it up a little bit. So just go here, that's fine. We want to do the same for the roof. Again, click C, boom, like that, and then plus, new, and a sign. And we just want to use the same one, convert. This time the diffuse is going to be this one right here. right here. And for the last one, this one. And just a side note, the textures I am using is from the GTA game itself. However, if you would like to also have textures like that, just let me know and I will show you how you can get them as well. But beside that, you can use websites like Ambient CG or any texture um, websites basically. Now, for the walls, we just used the last material, which was the first one. So convert normal spec, and we want to give this a color as well. For here, I am going to use my walls here, the bump map, and then this spec map right here. Go ahead, select it all. Click U, cube. This one I'm gonna use cube, and just go ahead, scale it. For the roof, we also want to do it. So select U, scale, and just scale it a little bit. There you go. This is actually the basics of the shell making. Now we want it in game, of course. We want to transform it into a MLO. We do that by rename this to location. And then by clicking Shift and D here, so you will get a copy. Right click so it's still in the same place. Whilst going into object, we want to just drag your mouse on all of them and write 0. 0 there. This one we can rename again. So I'm gonna call it Nox tutorial, and I'm gonna call it shell. Oh, shell. This one I am going to relocate down to interior, and these other ones I'm actually gonna put down to exterior. Just gonna do it like that. Amazing. You see, the shell is not here no more. So now we want to again on our map click delete. Boom. So we get to it. Now we're down here. We want to like transform it, of course. So we actually make another copy, which is going to be our collision. Just name it collision. Go ahead and hide the shell for now, because we really don't need it that much. I'm just gonna make sure that there you go. Now hide the shell for now because we don't need it. Whilst having on the collision, go ahead, hold down the V and convert to composite. Composite is what makes it a collision material, basically. See, successfully. Whilst on the collision, go ahead, hold down V, convert to composite. The composite is what is going to make it into a collision. There you go. Now we can open it up all the way till we get to the mesh, and we can go into the material preview, and we see we have 3 materials. So an easy way to actually change it, when you shoot it, it gives a sound. So click N, open our Solums tools, go ahead into collision, search for, I think we want to make the ground, we want to make it concrete. So just in edit mode, click the ground, we want it concrete, convert to selected. And now we want to give the floor the room ID number 1. For the walls, I also think this is concrete, unless it's plaster. Oh, that's one called plaster. We would call it plaster. And convert. And for the top ceiling, I will also name this. This one I will give tarmac. There you go. So now you see they all changed, and we have the new collisions over here. Now we want to go ahead into data. We want to remove the UV map. So just go ahead and remove that. We don't need that. Amazing. We can go back, hide the collision, unhide the shell, because now we need to, in data again, the UV map, we need to rename it to UV map space 0, and we need to give it a color attribute. So click plus, name it color 1, base corner, white corner, and in color, go ahead into RGB, and in green, name it 0.2. There you go. Go ahead and click add. And just make sure that all your materials are embedded. Oh, mine wasn't, so I'll just do that right here. Amazing. Now, go ahead, hide the shell, unhide the collision again, because now we are going to make the white type, the thing that makes it go in game. So I'm gonna select it, I'm gonna click N, and I'm gonna head down to archetype definition. I'm just gonna leave the ones I have. Go ahead, click plus, name it something. I'm gonna name it Nox tutorial. So your tutorial white type. You see where's the space? We want to make this say MLO because the collision is the MLO per se. So click plus or click MLO and then click auto create while having it selected. There you go. Now we want to make the rooms. So go ahead, head down to room, create limbo. Limbo is the outside, so we also want one for the inside. So make another one. This one we can call room 1. Scroll down a bit, and where you see floor ID, we want to make this number 1. So the same as the floor. Once we have made the rooms, we want to select all the floor and window panes like this, and then just one of the roof, and then set bounds from selection. Then it should like make a bigger one. Now we can make the portals. Head into portals, and in edit mode here, we want to make it from inside to outside always. So room number 1 to limbo, and then we want to select the 4 vertices right here. The order you select them does not matter. So create here, here, create, and I'm just gonna do it in a few different ways so you can see it does not matter. 8, and the last one, there, create. Amazing. Now the collision is basically done. So what we want now is we want to unhide the shell. Just click on it, and while still being in here, we want to head into entities. Just go ahead and add object as entity and put it in room limbo. The shell always have to be inside room limbo because it has to be, no matter where you are, you can see it from inside. And then you can scroll up, change the MLO to base, and click auto create with the shell enabled. Oh, so you see how where it says no asset or anything, is because our shell is actually not a prop yet. So do this by have it selected, hold down V, and convert to drawable. After converting it, you should have it say .model, and then you have it. And now we should be able to create it. There you go. And just redo it down here. There you go. the room. This is pretty much done now. So what we want to do now is we want to export the Y type into our exported folder. I have a Gen 8 and then CodeWalker XML. We want to export our collision and our shell into the same folder here. And then we want to just go to the building, opening it. Oh, one more, I think. Oh, there, it was hidden. There you go. We want to export the building. So just export, and just for the sake of it, export the decals as well. So this and this. And we want to be able to go inside, of course. So now we want to do the collisions. So I will unhide this. And just so it doesn't look so cluttered, I will start by removing the collision and the high collision. So you see now we have this. This is the door. So we can just remove that. And for the windows, we can actually go into edit mode. Just turn on X-ray. Click Control R to cut. And we see how we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. While still in edit mode, go ahead, select it, and just move it with our custom face orientation to the correct places. This does not have to be perfect unless like you're making a bigger map, but it's just nice to have. I like to have the option where you are able to shoot through the windows, but if you don't want that, then it doesn't really have to edit it. Then I'll make 2 here because of the 2 levels. Put this up here and put this right here. And then we can remove all the windows. And we can do this. So what I'm doing now is here. I'm taking the 2 bottom ones. I click F to like put them together. Then I am taking a corner and clicking F again to make it follow along. I'm gonna do that with all of them. Here. There you go. A really important thing to keep in mind when you have edited a collision, you always want to change it to be a bound poly mesh instead of a bound poly box. So just go ahead in object. Down here, we want to in columns, we want to change it to bound poly mesh. If we do not do this, then it will just take the whole thing and make it a square. So change it to this one. And I can unhide again. So now the first collision is done. We can just hide that and unhide the other one. This one is pretty easy actually. So that's just the windows and the door. We can just delete that. Like go. Yeah, that's done. And now we can take the collision. That is all this red gunk and blue. Just go ahead into edit mode. On the building, go ahead, click L and remove it. I like to say that you in your building's parameter basically don't want it. You just go ahead and remove that. And for this one, it's done. So now we can export all of our collisions and occlusions. So export. This might take a little time, 2 seconds almost. Hide it again. Remember to save your folder. I have lost a lot of projects because I forgot to save. And saved here. Just name it tutorial and save. There you go. Now we want to open up CodeWalker again because we want to be able to place it soon inside of the map. So just go ahead and open CodeWalker. Just do that. Once you have your CodeWalker open, just go ahead and open RPF Explorer as well. Once you are inside your RPF Explorer, make sure you have a mods folder. If you don't have one, you can make one by right-clicking in the that space here, one in edit mode. Click new. I like to make it an RPF archive. Make this and name it tutorial. Yes. Go ahead, open this, and if you are optimized as me, then you make a folder in here called tutorial, where you have like all your projects. In here, we are going to import our exported files. So just all of these. Import. And then we want to take them out again and into our stream folder I made. There you go. There. When in CodeWalker, go ahead, click T. This button, open folder, and then locate our stream folder. There you go. So you see, now we have made holes for our building. We of course also want to be able to see inside with our map we've made. So make a new Y-map, name it, just name it Nox tutorial. Go ahead, save it in the same folder here. Save. Close down the project. No, there. Open the folder once again. And in your tutorial, in your Y-map, click it. Click Y-map up here. New entity. And here where it says prop alien egg is where we want our collisions name. So this name. I will copy that. Head into CodeWalker again and paste our name right here. When you paste it, you should be able to see your map floating in the sky, like of how beautiful it is. But this is of course not the correct placement. We want it down here. So in Blender again, we want to go to the location up in general, and then object, location, and rotation tool. Click the first one, paste it up here, and for the second one is the rotation. Some have it, some might not, but just go ahead, place it in here. After that, we can click normalize. In entities, we click calculate and calculate, and then we can save it once again. After saving it again, it's pretty much good to go. So we go in tools, manifest, and generate it. The manifest is what makes it streaming it to GTA. So save that in the stream folder as before. After doing this, you can then close it down, the project. You can close down CodeWalker, and we can test it in game. I just got in game, and now you can go ahead, TP over to your map and have a check if it works. So this is my map. We just made it. Let's just check. Can we go inside? Oh, we can. It's kind of dark, of course, because we did not add any lights, but it works fully, and you should, yes, because we edited the windows, so you can also jump through. When adding glass, of course, then you are not able to jump through the windows. that's it for this tutorial. Make sure to let me know if you want more or if it was just bad and you don't ever want to see a tutorial again. It's okay. But this is the basics on how to do the show, and then it's just props. So have a nice one for now, and bye bye.